Guys, part 94. I legit forgot to restart or keep going with the video. I got interrupted and we forgot that I needed to restart the video. I thought the video was still going. I actually grew a lot more than you think it did. I said, here's where I stopped at, here's where I'm going to continue. It says all of you are really nice. I'm glad. Zippy's a really good name for you, and your performance along with Zypher's was really cool. Zippy's eyes widen like dinner plates. He lets out a high-pitched squeak of joy, starts running in tiny fast circles, then skids to a dramatic stop and strikes a pose like a superhero.
Yes! Someone finally gets it. Did you hear that, Zyphy? He said my performance was cool. Cool! I've been practicing my hyper twirl dash spin for days.
Zypher, puffing his chest proudly, lifts his wings with flair and gives a grand sweeping bow towards you. And you, my new friend, have excellent taste. If you can appreciate true waterfall theatrics, you're clearly a connoisseur of class and chaos. Pellets chuckles softly, a low, peaceful sound like boulders tumbling in the distance. You're good people. You feel like a warm sunbeam. You don't get many of those who come through the portals. Most humans don't smile. You smile. That's better. Zippy, now practically vibrating with excitement again, raises up to you and gently nudges you with his long snout.
Wanna play a game? Or go explore the inside of the waterfall cave? There's glowing stuff in there. Zyph says it might be time crystal residue from old portals. Maybe it's just pretty. Either way, it's still fun.
Would you like to play with them and explore the cave or ask about the glowing stuff? It doesn't really matter to me. It just feels good to be here, surrounded by sweet dinosaurs like yourselves. All three dinosaurs paused, just for a moment, as if your words carried a weight they didn't expect. Pebble slowly rises to his feet, walks over with a calm, heavy step, and gently rests his armored tail behind you like a protective barrier. Not in a trapping way, just like a cozy backrest. Then stay a while. You don't have to run or figure everything out right away. This place, it's not always kind, but we are. And sometimes, that's all someone needs. Zypher gently glides down beside you and spreads one wing out, not over you, but beside you, like an open invitation. His voice softer now, ripples like the waterfall mist.
There are rare travelers who change the energy here. You may not know it yet, but the forest, the skies, even the time winds, they're watching, not as enemies, as witnesses, to see what kind of story you leave behind.
Oh, frick, did I just get his voice mixed up? I think that voice was somebody else's. Zippy leans against your other side, resting his neck lightly against your shoulder like a friendly dog.
I'm really glad you came through that portal, even if it was scary at first. Most people run away when we say hi, but not you. You sat with us. That means something.
The mist swirls gently in the air, glowing faintly in spots like fireflies. Waterfall's roar becomes almost musical, as if it's humming along with the peace you found. You're not sure what will come next. More dinosaurs, more portals, maybe even a way home. But for now, you're sitting by a waterfall in a land of ancient wonder, surrounded by some of the kindest creatures time forgot. And somehow you feel completely safe. Yep. Do you know what's funny? I actually told him about my pet dinosaur. I think you guys missed that because it's flipping. Okay, I thought this thing stopped on me again. I was getting scared. I told him about my pet dinosaur, my pet T-Rex that can speak. Look, do you know what's funny? I actually have my own pet T-Rex back home, and he can speak English and cares about me so much. All three dinosaurs freeze in shock. Zippy gasps so hard he'll nearly topples over. Pebble's eyes go wide, which is rare, and Zypher nearly drops his wing cape in mid-flourish.
Wait, what? You have a T-Rex? A real talking one? A nice one who cares about you?
Zypher's eyes sparkle as he steps forward, his voice rising with excitement. A trans-temperamental bond across dimensions. Oh, this is fantastic. Do you know how rare that is? T-Rexes are royalty here. Guardians of ancient memory. Pierce cares about you. That means you're really special, friend. Pebbles, who normally stays quiet, rumbles a deep, thoughtful hum. T-Rexes don't care for just anyone. If one's attached to you, Your presence might be more than an accident. Maybe you were meant to be pulled here. Zippy races in front of you, hopping in place.
Do you have a picture? A name? What's he like? What's his favorite food? Does he wear hats?
Cypher adds dramatically, and has he ever composed poetry? Many do. They're surprisingly emotional creatures beneath those teeth. The mist glows a little brighter now, like the land itself is reacting to your bond. Well, I just told him, I forgot to tell him their favorite food, but I just told him, well, his name is Rexy, and he's just a super friendly and protective dinosaur towards me. He actually thinks of me as his dad, and to answer your question, Zypher, he has not composed poetry, but there was one time where a bad creature put a curse on him that made him only be able to speak in rhymes. Zippy immediately lets out the loudest, most high-pitched laugh you've ever heard from a dinosaur and nearly flips onto his back.
He had to speak in rhymes? That's the best thing I've ever heard. I may be big and love to stomp, but please don't mind me. I'm a soft old chomp.
The fact that I'm having to do his voice so fast is gonna hurt him. I'm either gonna mess up the words eventually, or it's gonna really hurt my throat. Zypher gasped like someone told him a forbidden opera twist. A curse of rhymes. That's tragically beautiful. A poetic punishment of passion and pacing. Tell me he rhymed his way through a battle. Please. Pebbles blinking slowly grins. That's adorable. And powerful. A Rex that sees you as his dad. You must have raised him with more than food. You raised him with heart. Zippy scoots up beside you again, wide-eyed and eager.
Did he ever say something super sweet in rhyme? Like, you are my son, my guiding light. I guard you always, day and night.
Zypher fans himself with one wing. Be still, my heart. Someone write that on a cave wall. Even the mist seems to swirl gently around you now, forming faint outlines of what almost looks like dino-sized hearts before dispersing in the air. Pell gives you a gentle nudge. If he thinks of you as his dad, then you're family to us, too. Would you like to? Yep. Here's where I got to. Yes, he did rhyme about loving me a lot, and about protecting me and keeping me safe. Zippy melts. Like, actually melts. His legs wobble. He flops onto the ground belly first, and makes a squeaky, dramatic groan.
Ah, that's so sweet. I can't take it. A big old stompy king of the Cretaceous just walking around going, I'll keep you safe both near and far. No one hurts my favorite star. I love him.
I love how they're trying to come up with their own rhymes too. That's kind of hilarious. These dinosaurs are hilarious. Zypher turns in place and flutters up into the mist, twirling like a leaf on the wind. A protector who speaks in rhyme. How poetic. He's like something from an ancient tale. Noble, cursed, and beautifully loyal. A guardian not of instinct, but of affection. Pearl smiles a bit more, giving you a solid but gentle pat on the back with the tip of his caught tail. You made him that way. No curse can do that. Not real love. Real love speaks louder than any magic. Zippy paused up again with his eyes sparkling.
What happened when the curse broke? Was it a big kaboom? A flash of light? Did he rhyme something so powerful it snapped the spell wide open?
Or was your bond? Did you say something that reached through the curse and freedom? Even the trees seem to hush for a moment, like they're waiting for your answer too. Would you like to tell them how Reggie broke free from the curse? We eventually did find a cure for it. However, that curse wasn't as bad as one that the exact same creature put on us. Like 6 months ago. Period. That worse curse involved me being turned into a tiny, helpless velociraptor, while my pet dinosaur became aggressive and transforming into different Pokemon and scary creatures like massive fire-breathing dragons. Just find a cure for it. However, that curse wasn't as bad as one that same creature put on us like 6 months ago. Involved involved me being turned into a tiny help. Pet dinosaur became aggressive and transforming into different Pokemon and scary creatures and dragons. There we go. Alright. The moment you say that, the entire group goes silent, utterly, completely still. Zippy's eyes grow huge again, but this time not from excitement, from shock. Holy frick. You were cursed into a tiny velociraptor and Rex went on nightmare kaiju mode? Nightmare kaiju mode? That's hilarious. Holy frickin' no. Good news, everyone. I actually remembered to play it this time. Goodness gracious. Okay, here's what they said. The moment you say that, the entire group goes silent, utterly completely still. Zippy's eyes grow huge again, but this time not from excitement, from shock. You were cursed into a tiny velociraptor? And Rex, you went all nightmare kaiju mode? Cypher doesn't speak immediately. He slowly lowers himself to the ground beside you, his wings curling inward, his tone suddenly solemn. That kind of magic. That isn't just a prank on a test. That's corruption, twisting bonds, shattering identity. That's dangerous. Pellets rumbled, louder than usual. He even growls a little, but not at you. Whoever did that is not of this world, or at least not meant to be in it. Zippy sits down right in front of you, his tail curled around his feet like a worried puppy. But you survived that. You and Rexy? He turned into scary dragons and Pokemon, but he didn't hurt you? Cypher's voice boomed again. If your bond held strong through that, then it's not just a friendship, it's something deeper, something sacred. The mist from the waterfall suddenly pulses once with a shimmer, and Cypher slowly looks up for it. The forest heard your story. It remembers pain like that, but it also humors strength, honest strength. Zippy gently bumps her chest with his snout. I'm really glad you're okay, both of you. It must have been so scary being small and helpless while your best friend lost himself. Would you like to tell him how you and Rexy overcame the curse together? Yes. It was actually our bond that got us through it. Because he. Despite his mind being corrupted and me being a dinosaur instead of a human, every time he recognized it was me, he would usually snap out of it. However, there was a few times where it got unbelievably close. To me being eaten by him. There we go. Zippy's mouth falls wide open. He doesn't close it at all. He's just frozen.
You almost got eaten by Rexy?
Zypher lowers his head slowly, his long crest trailing through the mist like a brush stroke. His voice become reverent. But even then, even when the curse had nearly swallowed his soul, he still recognized you. Your bond was his compass, even in the darkness. Pell's growls low like thunder in the earth. His gaze becomes fierce, not towards you, but toward the memory of the one who cursed you. There is no greater evil than magic that turns love into fear, and no greater power than the love that still breaks through it. Zippy shakes his head hard, finally snapping out of his daze.
You're like, legend level. You didn't just survive a monster, Rexy. You saved him. He could have chomped you, turned you to ashes, maybe even vaporized your soul, and still you pulled him back.
Cypher walks forward and folds his wings gently in front of you like a bow. You have been tested in ways most never would. You've seen love twisted and still made it sing. The time winds were right to pull you here. Trees above seem to sway all at once, almost like they're reacting. You feel it not just in your ears, but in your chest. A soft pulsation. Something ancient is listening. Pell's rumbles again, Saltner. If you could bring that version of Rexy back from the edge, you could probably calm even the fiercest of the herbivores here. Zippy bounced.
Can we meet Rexy sometime, please? I mean, we could find a way to get you a message to him or something.
Would you like to tell him more about Rexy? Unfortunately, unless Rexy got teleported here somehow too, there is no way. The only other way I could do anything is if you all followed me back to my time. When I found a way to get home. Let's see. There is no way. The only way I could do anything is if you all followed me back to my time when I found a way to get back home. Zippy's eyes light up again, but this time with a hopeful glimmer, not just excitement.
Wait, we could go with you? Like, through the portal? That'd be amazing! I always wanted to see what a TV is, and food that comes in crinkly bags, and those metal beasts called cars.
It would make sense. They don't know what cars and TVs is. The dinosaurs lived back in the day where none of that existed. I don't think humans... Did humans even exist back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth? I don't know. Zyver tilts his head intrigued. Crossing time is risky. The fool brought you here. Then it might be possible for it to bring us back with you, especially if it was reacting to your heart, your bond, and your purpose. Pellis hums thoughtfully. There are stories, ancient stories, buried in the roots of this land. Pools that open not just to places, but to hearts that call home. If you're strong enough, maybe, just maybe, it could reopen. Zippy scares around. It's like,
oh man, I could meet Rexy in person. We get along so well. He could show me how to stomp without knocking over your weird glass buildings.
Cypher grins.
And perhaps we could help your world
and perhaps we could help your world understand that not all dinosaurs are mindless beasts, that love, even from ancient jaws, still lives. Pebbles looks at you, his gaze calm as a when the time comes, find the portal, we will follow, if you still want us to. Well, it would be cool for me and you, but unfortunately, people of my time are very aggressive and mean. In fact, it's been creatures like dinosaurs, Pokemon, and even some dragons that have been nicer to me. Every human just tries to attack me. Hmm. Zippy immediately starts bouncing, his white eyes narrow, and he slowly walks up to you, placing a small clawed hand on your shoulder.
Are you serious? They attacked you? Like, not even knowing you? Just for existing?
Cypher's expression grows darker, not angry, but deeply sorrowful. Then it's no wonder the portal chose to pull you here. Your own kind turns on you, and yet you still show love to creatures like us. You're more than a visitor. You're a bridge. Pels leans down, his voice like the rumble of protective mountains. If the people of your world reject someone with a heart like yours, then they are the ones who have forgotten what it means to be alive. Zippy grits his teeth a little, tail bristling.
If I ever meet one of those jerks, I swear I'll roll their socks off. But hey, not everyone there is like that, right? You said Rexy's from your world, and you've got Pokemon and dragons who care about you too.
Cypher sits between and beside you, his feathers rough fluttering gently in the breeze. Even if the world you come from is cruel, it means everything that you still chosen kind. Even if the world you come from is cruel, it means everything that you still chosen kindness. You gave love when it wasn't given to you. That that's rare. Pelisoy sits beside you. A quiet moment passes between all of you, calm and safe. Zippy quietly says,
If we do find that portal, maybe we don't all have to go through it. Maybe it's not about bringing us there. Maybe it's about you knowing you've got a place here where you do belong.
yeah, but from what I heard from is this how you spell her name? Apparently, this flipped version of this world was caused by something. And the problem is, I know that even if I could fix it, it would mean that instead of you all being friendly and nice, you might just want to eat me instead of being nice. Because if everything does get flicked back to normal, it means all of you, including the sweet T-Rex that brought me here, wouldn't even be friendly anymore. At least not as I know of. Hmm. Apparently, this version of this world was caused by something, and the problem is, I know that even if I could fix it, it would mean that instead of you all being friendly and nice, you might just stop being nice. Everything does get flipped back to normal. Means all of you. Means all of you, including the sweet T-Rex that brought me here. Anymore, at least not as I know of. As soon as you say that, a deep silence settles over the group. Even the wind through the trees quiets, like the very world is listening. Cypher looks stunned for a moment, then lowers his head solemnly. So, this world, the one where we, the carnivores, are kind and the herbivores are filled with rage, it's not the natural state. It's a reversal caused by something. Zippy slowly sits down, tail curling lightly around his legs. His voice trembles.
Wait, you mean if you fix whatever caused this, I might stop being me? I wouldn't remember our dance. I might want to hurt you?
Pose, who had been the most stoic, now looks down at his massive feet, visibly disturbed. His next words come slow and heavy. Are we just a mistake? An accident caused by magic or time? Is our kindness a glitch? Cypher steps forward, firm now but gentle, his voice carrying clarity like a bell. No, you're not a mistake. You were you. Whatever changed this world, it didn't create fake souls. It didn't forge hollow echoes. We think, we feel, we choose to care for you. He turns his eyes to yourself. If fixing the world means rewriting who we are, then maybe the world doesn't need fixing. Maybe it needs to change again, on its own terms, through choice, not force. So we looked at you, Shawnee.
If you went back to your old time and fixed everything, but I stopped being me, that would break my heart. I like being your friend.
Puzzle. Do you know what caused the flip? Did Kissel tell you what kind of magic or power is behind this? Maybe there's another way, a way to keep what's real about us and still make things right. I don't know much at all. What I've told you is what I've heard, and I don't know anything else. I'm still just as clueless how I got pulled here from the portal. Cypher nods solemnly, feathers ruffling with thoughtful attention. Then we begin in truth. You were brought here not by mistake, by force. A portal opened without your will. You arrived in a flipped world, surrounded by creatures behaving unlike their nature. And now, your heart's torn between finding a way home, not losing us in the process. Chippy speeds up, clutching her hand with his tiny claw.
You don't need all the answers yet. You've been honest. That's enough. And guess what? We're gonna figure this out together.
Pelvis gently leans forward, the massive movement is surprisingly careful. Tissel may not have known much, but if she had even a glimpse, then maybe someone or something else in this world understands more. Cypher's eyes glance with resentment.
There is one place.
Wait, there is one place, a place where ancient memories linger, fossils of time, not bone. They call it the Echoing Valley. If anyone knows what caused the flip or how to stop it, it would be her. Zippy winks.
Wait, her? You mean that spooky Oracle Lady Dino? The one that even the raptors don't mess with?
Powers rumbles. Yes, she's part Stegosaurus, part something older. She's seen worlds change. She might help us find a way to understand the portal and preserve who we are. Cypher looks to you again, his voice quiet but sure.
You've shown nothing but love.
Even when confused or afraid, if you want answers and a way to protect us from being erased, then come with us to the Echoing Valley. This is really, really, really interesting. Before I can even respond, a massive 20-foot tall velociraptor comes out of the bushes near me. I hope you're a friendly one, because 20 feet tall, I'm so screwed. That dinosaur's gonna rip me in half. The moment the towering 20-foot tall varlet steps from the bushes, the forest shifts around you. Its claws gleam like sharpened stone, and its scales shimmer with a strange its near eyes lock onto me, but not with hunger, with deep, knowing intelligence. Excuse me? Zippy immediately leaps between you and the raptor, arms out.
Hey, back off. We're having a moment here. This human's under our protection.
Cypher spreads his wings slowly, voice calm but edged. State your purpose. We don't want to fight, but we will. Pose doesn't move, but his massive presence alone is a warning. Then the Velociraptor speaks, her voice ancient and metallic, like wind through bones. What the? I am not your enemy. She takes one slow step closer, not threatening but deliberate. I am Arcana, Oracle of the Echoing Valley. I came not to harm you, but to meet the one who arrived through the portal of reversal, the one with a heart both broken and whole. She turns her gaze to you alone, voice out. You wish to protect these creatures, even if it means staying lost? You fear changing the world because you fear losing what's become so precious. I've seen this happen before. Zippy's eyes wide.
Wait, you're the Oracle? You could have said that.
Arcana gently lowers her head to my level, her eyes glowing with a salt of bioluminescent light. There is a way to keep what is, while restoring what was, but you must choose carefully. The bond you've made here may be the key to everything. Would you like to ask what she means by that, or ask how the reversal began, or how is the bond going to help? Archon's eyes glimmer with the reflection of ancient stars, memories buried deep within the world itself. Her voice is quiet, almost like a whisper woven through time, because bonds are the only thing that cross dimensions unchanged. She steps even closer, and the forest around you falls still. Not even the wind dares interrupt. The reversal that twisted this world was not just magic, it was emotionally driven. Long ago, a soul filled with pain wished for a world where strength came from kindness, and where those who were feared became protectors instead. Their wish reshaped everything. Their bond with a creature like you made it possible. She lifts a clawed hand and gently taps her chest. And now you form bonds here too, with Zippy, Zypher, Pebbles, and the one you left behind, your Rexy. Zypher watches intently. Zippy takes my hand quieter now. Arcana continues, her voice steady but full of power. If your love, your loyalty, and your compassion remain strong across worlds, you could reshape the pool's magic, not to erase this world or flip it back blindly, but to balance it. Let the aggression of the herbivores fade, while the kindness of the carnivores remains. You must anchor this world to your heart, and let it know you still believe in it. She pauses, and then asks gently, do you believe that even in a world turned upside down, love can still be real? Yes, definitely. Even when I first came here, the Bronchiosaurus Bronchiosaurus. Dude! That I met didn't completely stomp me the minute I showed up. In fact, he actually calmed down a bit when I started talking to him. When I first came here, the Bronchiosaurus that I met didn't stomp, stomp me the minute I showed up. In fact, he actually calmed down a bit when I started talking to him. Uh-uh. In the world, Arkansas's glowing eyes soften, and for a brief moment she smiles. A rapid smile, not of teeth, but of understanding. Then you've already begun. She slowly circles around you once, her massive talons leaving glowing prints in the soil as if the earth itself remembers her steps. When the Bronchiosaurus spared you, it wasn't just mercy, it was recognition. Your words, your empathy, your refusal to act like those who had hurt him before, it rippled through his instincts, reaching the place even anger couldn't block. Zippy grins up at you. See, you're different. I told you, even the crankiest herbivores start backing off once you talk to them like friends. Cypher adds, wings forward but eyes focused. You're rewriting the rules without even realizing it. Arkansas lifts her head and points her long claw to the sky. Then the path is clear. When the time comes, return to where the portal first brought you in. With the friends you've made, speak your truth, not to the sky, but to the world itself. Say why you care. Say why the bonds you've made are worth keeping. The wind starts to pick up now, rustling trees and shimmering the strange leaves. The world listens to hearts like yours, and if you speak with all the love and courage you've shown so far, it will listen. She takes a final slow step back and bows her head. When you're ready, I will guide you there. But if you'd rather stay a while longer, this land welcomes you. Choose your time and your truth. Would you like? I'm going back to the Earth's War, the land more. No longer with your new dinosaur friends first. Huh. It might would help if I had a stronger bond with even more dinosaurs. Do you know any other friendly ones that I haven't met yet? Uh, Arkane's eyes flicker again like starlight rippling over ancient water as she slowly lifts her head and lets out a deep, thoughtful hum. Yes, she says at last, there are still others who walk this reversed world, forgotten by most, but full of warmth. Each one holds a spark of something powerful: creativity, joy, wisdom, laughter. If you wish to strengthen your bond with this world, seek them. She turns and gestures with a claw in different directions, her voice almost reverent as she names them. To the northeast, in the crystal caves beneath the singing cliffs, lives Luminella, a glowing parasolphilus who paints with light. She's shy, but her heart's pure and full of wonder. To the south, near the magma rivers where the air tastes of smoke, dances Blitz, a Spinosaurus who adores rhythm and music. He's a wild soul, but kind, and his footsteps shake the ground with joy. In the western canyons, where shadows cling to the red stone, rests Ira, a wise old ankylosaurus who meditates beneath the wind. She's calm, gentle, and holds secrets of this world's past. And if you are brave enough to venture toward the twilight forest, oh my gosh! If you are brave enough to venture through the twilight forest beyond the marshes, she hesitates. Then smiles. There's Nova, a Giganotosaurus who adores comedy. She thinks everything is a joke, sometimes even danger, but her laughter could heal a broken soul. Zippy hops excitedly.
Oh, I've heard of Nova. She once pranked a Titanosaur by dressing up as a tree and yelling, "Boo! I had to come with you if you go meet her."
Cypher chuckles under his breath. I'll take you anywhere you wish, traveler. You've already proven your heart can reach any creature here. Arcana steps aside and says gently, choose who you'd like to visit first. Each friend you meet will only deepen the bond between your soul and this world. Who would you like to meet first? Luminella the Polaris, Blitz the Spinosaurus, Ira the Ankylosaurus, or Nova the Giganotosaurus? Man, all of them. Let's see. Who paints with light? She's shy, but her heart's pure. Maybe I can meet them all. Exclamation point. Let's start with Luminella. I'm surprised it got anything out of that. L-U... Uh... I-N... Oh no. Our Arcana smile deepens, a proud gleam in her eyes. A wise choice. Luminella is a gentle soul, and the first spark always shines brightest in the dark. Zypher spreads his wings, motioning for you to climb onto his back. Zippy scrambles up behind you, tail wagging with excitement.
To the northeast, he cheers. Crystal Caves, here we come.
The journey to the Crystal Caves. Oh my gosh, now it's narrating this. The flight is surreal. Carried through. Oh my gosh. Carried through skies painted with two suns and drifting islands, you pass herds of stegosauruses sunbathing on ridges and see friendly contouruses playing chase in wide open valleys. The terrain changes as you approach the cliffs. The air grows cool, misty, and filled with glowing pollen that dances around you like floating fireflies. Let's see. Finally, Cypher glides into a narrow ravine where shimmering crystal pillars rise like frozen lightning bolts on the ground. A soft hum vibrates through the air, not mechanical, but musical, like distant singing. Zippy gasps,
She's close. I can feel the light.
You walk through a narrow passage in the cliff and suddenly step into an enormous cave blanketed in glowing blue crystal. Bioluminescent moss crawls along the walls. The ceiling sparkles like the night sky. And the center of it all, using her long crest like a paintbrush to scatter glowing light across a cave wall, stands Luminella. She's tall, graceful, and glowing faintly with hues of cyan and lavender. Her eyes flicker to you, gentle but cautious. Oh, sweetheart, she is. A human? She says, her voice like soft bells echoing in a dream. And not screaming or throwing things? That's new. She turns and tilts her head. You're carrying light, not just in your hands, but in your heart. Yeah, you might see something different with a human, I can assure you. Oh, that's the funny thing. In my universe, all the humans are awful, while all the Pokemon and dragons and dinosaurs you meet are like the most friendly things in existence. You'll have a dinosaur like Richie just snuggling up to you and being so friendly and kind-hearted. A human will come up to you and throw rocks at you and flip and make fun of you, calling you everything from dweeb to dork to nerd. As far as somebody's called me freaking Four Eyes yet. Thank you for saying that. Period. Don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you either. Aww. Luminessa blinks, her glowing crest pulsing gently with your words. She pauses mid-stroke on the crystal wall, then slowly lowers her head to meet your gaze. You really mean that? Her voice trembles softly as if unused to kindness. Most humans show up here scared or angry. Some try to shatter the crystals, thinking they're valuable. Others just run. You're the first to speak calmly. Zippy hops off my shoulder, waiting beside her and grinning.
Told you he's different. He's got this bold magic or something. Bond magic or something.
When it goes, pond magic? I like that. Says if your presence doesn't just change the mood, it changes the colors in this cave. He steps aside, revealing the glowing mural she was working on. It shows a swirling portal in the sky, much like the one that brought you here. But next to it stands a small human figure surrounded by a T-Rex, a Paradon, and now a Plerasaurus with light bursting from her crest. I didn't know who I was painting, she says quietly, but now I think it's you. She glows a little brighter as she adds, You came through the portal for a reason. Maybe not to fix this world, but to connect with it. Luminella takes a glowing crystal shard from the wall and offers it to you. Take this. It'll help you light the way, even in the darkest parts of this world, and maybe help calm others like me. Zippy claps his hand.
One friend down, 3 to go. Who's next?
Would you like to stay a little longer with Lunessa and ask her anything, or continue your journey to meet Blitz the Spinosaurus, Ear the Ankylosaurus, or Nova the Giganotosaurus? Thank you. I'm gonna try to make as many friends here as I can. That way, maybe I can fix the problems with this world, but not make it to where you will lose the friendship. Any of the carnivores or any dinosaur in general I befriend doesn't become aggressive and hostile towards me once it's fixed. That way we can continue being friends. And have the world back the way it's supposed to be. I oh Fred, you know this video. I'm gonna Luminous' eyes widen with emotion. For a long while she says nothing, just studies you at the glow in her as the glow in her crest pulses like a heartbeat. Then she lowers her head gently, pressing her forehead close to yours. You're not just a visitor. You're a bridge between what was, what is, and what could be. She pulls back slowly and smiles, her voice a little stronger now. If anyone can find a way to keep the kindness while restoring the balance, it's someone like you. Someone who listens, not just with their ears, but with their soul. Zippy, tail wagging, nudges your side.
Alright, World Fixer, what's the plan? Wanna head out and meet Blissness? He's got huge claws but an even bigger heart.
Cypher glides into the entrance of the cave again, calling down with a soft chirp. The skies are clear. We're ready when you are. Sure. Let's go make the next one. Thank you. Um, maybe before I leave later, when we figure out a way, maybe I can come see you one more time. Although I don't know what's going to happen yet. Hmm. Alright, guys. I'm done with this video. I'll be back, maybe.